Now you better pull up the one you feel, mama. Roll. From your love, your mama like this, man.
Portmore United FC and Arnett FC. Next Friday, one of the main sponsors. Michael Ming Supermarket, Medical Disposal and Supplies. This afternoon game, let me remind you, man in the middle, team referee O'Shane Nation. He'll be assisted by first assistant referee Nicholas Anderson. Our second assistant referee Joffrey Jackson. Our fourth official is Carvel Bantam. Match commissioner is Raphael McDonald. And referee's assessor for this game is Dave Meagle. Again, picking the starting lineup, number 14 for Arnett, David Ayan, number 19, Tamar Edwards, number 12, Jamar
All right, guys, welcome. This is Red Stripe Premier League action. And this is Portmore United, the league leaders. They're facing off against 5th place Arnett Gardens. And the tension in this atmosphere is absolutely thick. It's hot here in the Spanish Town, at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. But I would guess that it will be absolutely scorching hot on the field. The referees for this match, O'Shea Nation, and then the first assistant, Nicholas Anderson, second assistant, Joshua Jackson, and the fourth official is Carville Banton, as we get ready for the playing of the national anthem. All right, guys, just to give you an update on the rules, in order to get $2,000 flow or digital credit, you would have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel, Island Sports Network, and then like our Facebook page, Island Sports Network, and also follow our Instagram, Island Sports Net. And also, the new rule that we're adding is that you'd have to share the video of this live Red Stripe Premier League action between Arnett Gardens and Portmore United. So, as we see the teams getting ready, so we'll just give you the starting lineup for both Portmore United and Arnett Gardens. For Arnett Gardens, in goal, it's Damian Hyatt. Then we have Tamar Edwards, Jabor Johnson, the captain. Then Jamar Martin, Ronaldo Wright, Ricardo Oldham is the captain actually. And then Zelana Barnes, Lamar Reed, Marvin Morgan, Jamil Hardware, and Fabian Reed. And Marvin Morgan, who didn't play last week Sunday when they drew 2-2 with UWI Football Club. He starts today. Actually, he didn't even feature on the bench. So he's in the starting lineup today. And then on the bench, Mikhail Harrison, Ramon McGregor, Lamar Nelson, Lennox Russell, Paul Wilson, Ronaldo Cephas, and Vishnal Harris. And then the lineup and bench for Portmore United, Wellington Ryan, Lamar Walker, Damian Williams, Javon East, Asani Ricketts, Roberto Johnson, Andre Lewis, Rosario Harriet, the captain, Donaghy Fur, Emilio Rousseau, and the goalkeeper Benjamin Williams. And then on the bench, Kemar Foster, Shane Sharp, Damian Brunswick, Harley Barnes, Damano Solomon, Rondi Smith, and Cleon Price. So that's the lineup for both teams as they're getting themselves ready, and it seems that Arnett Gardens will be kicking from left to right towards the road, and Portmore United will be kicking towards the prison from right to left. So what will be the outcome of this match? So far, Portmore United are 5 points ahead of Waterhouse on 53 points, Waterhouse on 48. And of course, Arnett Gardens currently in 5th place. So Shea Nation just telling the teams just to say their final word and get themselves ready for this exciting matchup. And many can remember that this is not a ground that Arnett Gardens loves to play on. And last season, Portmore United actually handed Arnett Gardens their first loss of the season last season, where they were actually thrashed by 4-1 here at this venue, the Spanish Town Prison Oval, as we see Fabian Reed kicking off for the red and black. Shea Nation checking his watch, and here we go. Red Stripe Premier League action. It is Arnett Gardens. They face off against Portmore United. Sending that one for Mr. Man Marvin Morgan. Marvin Morgan to chase. And defensive work by the captain, Rosario Harriet. So it will be a throw to Arnett Gardens. Taken quickly. Now it's with Fabian Reed. Trying to link up with Marvin Morgan, but unable to do so. So it will be a throw, however, to Arnett Gardens. A throw by Martin, trying to find Fabian Reed. Unable to do so, but Arnett Gardens do regain possession. And that's Reed. Reed trying to send that one across, but deflected. And the referee, Shea Nation, said last touched an Arnett Gardens player, so will be a throw to Portmore United. Taking quickly, trying to find Javon East, only fell to Martin. Defensive work again by Rosario Harriet, not far off. And now it's with Neal, Lamar Neal, trying to take on Emilio Rousseau, passes back to Martin. Martin sends that one back, even further. Edwards sends that one up to Neal. Neal sends that one back. Now it's with Martin, sends that one across. And beautiful ball, sent across, but gobbled up, and now Portmore can attack. And Javon East trying to chase that one down, but covered well by Edwards. Hyatt will take that one, send that one across to Jabor Johnson. It's Johnson with the ball, sending that one upfield. Not sure who he wanted to pass that one to. So will be a throw to Portmore United. Lamar Walker. Foul committed by Roberto Johnson on Jamil Hardware. So a free kick to Arnett Gardens. So he's just trying to ask the referee what's going on. Why did he stop the player, Shea Nation? But it was a foul. It was a clattering challenge by Johnson on Hardware. All right, so the question will be asked later down in the broadcast, because I know a lot of you are eager to win the Floor Digital $2,000 credit. Defensive work by Johnson through to Portmore United. So we'll ask a question later down in the broadcast, and then we will, the first correct answer will win the credit. See that ball forward sent long for Zelana Barnes. Trying to latch on to that one, Zelana Barnes, being challenged by Fur. And Fur wins the challenge. And again, try to cover that one up is Ronaldo Wright. But it will be a goal kick to Portmore United. And Benjamin just urging his players forward. Launching that one long, trying to find Andre Lewis, finds the head of Andre Lewis, latching onto that one to Javon East. And still an opportunity at a strike, blocked by Jabor Johnson. So it will be a corner to Portmore United. First chance of the game for either side. So we see about 2 players so far in the box. Now we're seeing about 4 more players in the box. So it's about 6 so far. Then we see the left back schoolboy football standout. Emilio Rousseau just on the edge of the 18. He can strike it from there actually. Scored a spectacular volley with his left. And he sent one into the back post. Trying to find Roberta Johnson. Not latching onto that one, so it will be a goal kick to Portmore United. Take it quickly. Now it's with Ronaldo Wright of Arnett, pushing his players forward. Launching that ball forward, only find Asani Ricketts. And again, trying to launch for that ball. Andre Lewis sending that ball forward to Javon East, only finding the boot of Zelana Barnes after meeting the head of Javon East. Sending that ball further across to Ronaldo Wright. Ronaldo sending that ball forward. Still Arnett Gardens with possession. Attempted to find Fabian Reed, and now an opportunity. Ronaldo Wright swings that one in. Oh, that was a brilliant save by Benjamin Williams, and again blocked by Rosario Harriott. And then now Lamar Walker with possession for Portmore United. That was a close one. Edwards send that one to Martin. And from where we saw, clearly the ball went into touch, but the referee didn't see it. O'Shea Nation. That was a close call for Portmore United. Almost conceded early. Oldham to Martin. Oldham sends that one forward, trying to find Fabian Reed. And now an opportunity for Arnett Garden. Send that one inside. And it's still an opportunity. Fabian Reed holding that one off. And a shot by Ronaldo Wright. Oh, what a brilliant save from Benjamin Williams. And held on to that one. And again, blocked. So Portmore on the back foot. The back pedaling. And the ball hasn't settled just yet. It does. The captain sends that one forward for Zelana Barnes, who sends it back to Ronaldo Wright. Launching that ball forward, finding Hardware. And he was fouled. So it will be a free kick to Arnett Gardens. Don't forget, guys, soon we'll be asking the questions. And we'll be announcing the winner at the end of the contest. So at the end of the game. So the first correct answer also, my producer and co-founder is telling me that he's going to be picking a subscriber at random. As I said, you have to be subscribed, as we see a free kick from the captain Oldham, went straight into the hands of Benjamin Williams, the goalkeeper for Portmore United. So we will be picking a subscriber who has commented at random. And Asani Ricketts for Portmore United being challenged by Fabian Reed, sent back to the captain Rosario Harriott, who sends that one across for Ryan Wellington. Wellington looking for a pass and finds Roberta Johnson. Roberta Johnson sends that one into Lamar Walker. And giving that ball up is Damian Williams, but Rosario Harriet does get back the ball, sends it to Asani Ricketts. Sends that ball forward. Could not meet Fur. And now Arnett Gardens can attack. Now it's Ronaldo Wright being gobbled up by Rosario Harriet, so it will be through to Arnett Gardens. Long ball sent to Martin, being challenged by Javon East. And now it's Amelia Rousseau to Lamar Walker, back to Amelia Rousseau. Keeping that. And defensive work by Jabor Johnson, headed on by Damian Williams. Heads it over to Donaghy Fur. And it's Fur pushing forward. And defensive work by Ronaldo Wright. Arnett Gardens gains possession. Challenged by Donaghy Fur. And Fabian tries to latch onto that, but defensive work by Rosario Harriet means it's a throw to Arnett Gardens. Taken quickly. Now it's Jameel Hardware. Searching. Decides to go forward. Looping that ball forward. Trying to find Fabian Reed. Unable to. Defensive work by Rosario Harriet again. Jabor Johnson to Ricardo Oldham. And Lamar Walker watching that ball all day, but finds the boot of Martin, who sends it to Neil. Back to Marvin Morgan. Now it's with Martin. And now Lamar Walker to Andre Lewis. And being challenged by actually a schoolmate or former St. George's College players. And I tell you, there are 3 St. George's College players, past and present. The only St. George's College player that has played in the finals and has not won it is actually the number 23, Amelia Rousseau. On Portmore United, Marvin Morgan has won it. Andre Lewis has won it. Both scored in the finals. One against JC, Jamaica College. One against Heidel. And Amelia Rousseau, the only player that not only didn't win but hasn't scored for St. George's College in the finals, in the Manning Cup finals. So be looking to change that. He has some time to right that wrong. Still danger and trying to be averted by Zelana Barnes, headed on. And it's still danger for Arnett Gardens. And defensive clearance by Jameel Hardware means that there will be a throw as it went into touch for Portmore United. So the other games, after 15 minutes, Kaim Paris actually, he scores for Cavaliers, so they lead by a 1-0. Humber Lion, after 10 minutes, they're locked 0-0 with Dumby Holding. And then Mount Pleasant, they lead by a 0-0 against Harborview. As we know, kickoff at 7, it's Hewitt versus Tivoli Gardens. So teams have gotten on the score sheet so far in the other games. Now it's Roberto Johnson of Portmore United shielding off Lamar Neal. Sending that ball forward to Lamar Walker, who sends it across, and too far for Amelia Rousseau, so it will be a goal kick to Arnett Gardens. And remember, Portmore United at this very same venue handed Arnett Gardens their first loss of last season, hammering them by 4-1, and eventually winning top honor as they accumulated the most points for the season and ended up winning against Waterhouse in the finals and getting the trophy. So dominance last season by Portmore United, and they are atop the table at the moment. And now it's with Zelana Barnes of Arnett Gardens. Sends that one across. Now it's with Ronaldo Wright. Trying to get by Donaghy Fur. Gives it to Jameel Hardware, and miscommunication. It does fall to Arnett Gardens again. Marvin Morgan says that one inside, trying to find Fabian Reed. Falls back to the boot of Ronaldo Wright. And now it's with Jameel Hardware with a shot and blocked. But it was a deflection, so Benjamin Williams will gladly take that one, as we see Ronaldo Wright down on the field at the moment. He hasn't gotten up. And checking on him is the referee, Shane Nation. Still Rosario Harriet, the captain, launches that ball forward. Unable to find someone in the Portmore United shirt. And now Arnett can search forward. It's Ronaldo Wright. And the referee says the ball went into touch for a throw to Portmore United. Sonny Ricketts with the throw. To Donaghy Fur. Fur hounded by two players. And in the battle is Ronaldo Wright. Now it's Marvin Morgan launching that ball forward. Unable to find Fabian Reed. And now it's with Javon East. And Lamar Walker for Portmore United, sending that ball forward for Emilio Rousseau. Trying to take on Neil Rousseau, sends it back to Roberta Johnson, who sends it to Lamar Walker. Beautiful skill by Lamar Walker, still Lamar Walker. And the referee says no. And now it's with Martin of Arnett Gardens, looking for a pass and finds it. It's Ronaldo Wright. That ball forward to Marvin Morgan. Defensive work by Donaghy Fur. Goes into touch for a throw to Arnett. Quickly taken through to Fabian Reed. Beautiful turn by Fabian Reed and great defensive work by Rosario Harriet. So it will be a corner to Arnett. Almost 16 minutes gone in this contest. And none able to create glaring opportunity. Now Arnett with an opportunity to get on the score sheet early and settle themselves. And I tell you, not played the best football so far this season. Normally, in their dominance in the last few years with Arnett, they have been on top. Last season, the season before that, they won an unbeaten run until it came to a screeching halt as a shot by Jabor Johnson wide of the target means goal kick to Portmore United. And I tell you, not the standard in the last couple years or so displayed by Arnett Gardens. And hopefully they can turn things around because they are 5th so far in the table. As we know, Portmore United sits atop the table, 5 points clear of Waterhouse, as Waterhouse will be playing on Monday, tomorrow, against Reno. See a ball search forward for Fabian Reed and defensive work comes into play for the goalkeeper Benjamin Williams. Rolls that one over to Wellington. Wellington searching for a pass and finds Roberta Johnson. To Johnson, tackled on by Jamil Hardware. Pass to Russell, who sends it back to Wellington. Wellington to Rosario Harriet. Harriet back to the keeper Williams. Pounded out by Fabian Reed. Launches that ball forward. Finding the head of Martin. The referee says a throw to Arnett. Mila Russell, not the only current schoolboy football player. Lamar Walker was on the ball at the moment. Won the Costa Cup with Clarendon College against Cornwall, and then ball sent inside. Damien Hyatt taking care of things just to make sure. Falls to Andre Lewis. And then he won the All-Island title by defeating Kingston College by a goal to nil. Lamar Walker actually scored in the finals of the DaCosta Cup against Cornwall College. They were actually reduced to 10 men in that match, Clarendon College. But they emerged victors in that matchup, and he's now here, sitting atop the table. He played for Portmore last year. won the title. Now he's here starting. He was a bench player last year and shot by Roberto Johnson, blocked. Headed on to the goalkeeper Hyatt. Oh, that was cautiously done and dangerously done by Lamar Neal. Last met the head of Javon East. Means that it will be a throw to, or it will be a goal kick, sorry, to Arnett. Through to Arnett. Martin, we see for the better part of this match, he has been switching sides. So he has been going from left to right at the moment, but hasn't worked entirely. As Oldham sends that one forward, only meets the boot of Damian Williams. Is that one forward, Ryan Wellington. Rosso to Walker. Walker trying to latch on to that one. Now it's with Wellington, sends it to Rousseau, sends it across to Roberto Johnson, sends it to Andre Lewis. Andre Lewis actually was drafted by as a shot and gobbled up by Damian Hyatt. He was actually drafted by the MLS Canadian team, Vancouver Whitecaps. 10th, I believe, in the draft, Andre Lewis. And then he went to Portland Timbers, and now he's back here, Andre Lewis, as we see a foul committed by Marvin Morgan on Lamar Walker. Hand to the face of Marvin Morgan. I knew he was trying to shield Lamar Walker off the ball, but you can't do that. So you see a shot by Ryan Wellington, goes wide of the target, so it will be a goal kick to Arnett. Zaria Harriet trying to do defensive work, and him and Ryan Wellington, miscommunication. Mr. Marvin Morgan sends it across to Lamar Neal, who sends it up for Fabian Real. Couldn't latch on to that one. Eminem Williams sends that one forward to Javon East, who sends it back to Andre Lewis. Andre Lewis chips that ball forward, trying to find Donaghy Fur. Slipped by Ronaldo Wright. An opportunity, sends that one inside. Oh! And Javon East should have latched on to that one. Should have been 1-0 in favor of Portmore United. And Javon East, perfect ball across by Donaghy Fur. And should have converted that one, or at least that shot should have been on target. You see a tackle by Marvin Morgan. It's a foul. So it will be a free kick to Portmore United. And my oh my, what an opportunity for Javon East. Served on a silver platter. Was the leading goal scorer for Portmore United last season. You would think a man of his quality in terms of goal scoring prowess would have converted that one. Damian Hyatt was traversing from left to right, and he made the perfect run inside the 18-yard box. Matter of fact, inside the 6-yard box. And all he had to do was put a foot out in time, and it would have gone to the back of the net, I believe. And free kick by Lamar Walker, met the head of an Arnett Gardens player. Now it's with Fabian Reed, shielding Sonny Ricketts off the ball. Illegally impeded Fabian Reed, so it will be a free kick to Arnett. Almost 24 minutes gone in this encounter. As we see Wright with the ball. On to it is Zalana Barnes, who loses it. Well, that was a high boot. And it will be a yellow card for Asani Ricketts. There's a dangerous ball into the dangerous boot into the shoulder of Zelana Barnes, and he does brandish the yellow card. Shane Nation. Free kick by Ronaldo Wright, send the one inside. So will be a corner to Arnett Gardens, and don't forget that the contest will be giving away $2,000 flow or digital credit. All you have to do is be subscribed to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, Island Sports Network, and follow our Instagram page, Island Sports Net, and share the video. And video I'm talking about is this video that we're doing live right now. Portmore United versus Arnett, and then we'll pick a subscriber at random, and a shot close, and it will be another corner to Arnett, and Arnett with the multiple opportunities as we see Ronaldo Wright stepping across, and we'll be taking this corner as we meet the head of Rosario Harriet, and now with Donaghy Fur, and he can push forward, trying to pass Martin, and it's still Donaghy Fur. Defensive work by Martin, and the referee says he was illegally impeded by Donaghy Fur, so it will be a free kick to Arnett. Let's receive full stands being filled with the fans. They've already been filled. We know that this would have been an exciting encounter as we see Marvin Morgan being pushed by Roberto Johnson. It stays on his feet, and now it's with Neil, and a shot blocked by Emilio Rousseau, and now Lamar Walker, but covered up by Oldham. Now it's with Andre Lewis of Portmore United, sends that one across to Lamar Walker, controlled. Lamar Walker tries to take them on. Now it's Andre Lewis being tackled by Oldham. So into touch for a throw to Portmore United. Fabian Reed to Hardware, who sends that one across. Defensive work by Rosario Harriet, who sends that one back to Martin, actually. Jamar Martin sends that ball forward to Lamar Neal. Tackled up by Johnson. And it goes into touch, and the referee says a throw to Portmore United. Take it quickly. Emilio Rousseau with the ball for Portmore. Turned by Johnson, loses it. Now it's with Jamil Hardware. Hardware, who actually scored in their last match in their 2-2 draw with UA. And Shane Nation talking to Ryan Wellington, telling him to calm down. Sends him back. And the referee says, you have to be careful, Ryan Wellington, you can't do that. You're not the referee. I'm the one who makes the final decisions. And Tamar Edwards, with the ball floated up for, or intended for, Fabian Reed. Met the chest of Andre Lewis. Now it's back with Andre Lewis off Portmore United. Covered up by Marvin Morgan, or Zelana Barnes actually. And illegally impeded, so it will be a free kick. Take it quickly. Now it's with Lamar Walker to Ryan Wellington. Wellington sends that one across to Emilio Rousseau, and mistake by Rousseau means there's a throw to Arnett. Jamar Martin will take this throw. Finds Marvin Morgan. Now it's with Lamar Neal, who sends it to Fabian Reed. Fabian Reed back to Lamar Neal, who sends Ronaldo right to Neal. Covered up by Donaghy Fur. Now it's with Damian Williams. Sends that one to Lamar Walker. Sends that one across to Andre Lewis. They call him LA. sends that one forward to Roberto Johnson. It's still Roberto Johnson trying to send that one through to Javon East. Defensive work by Ryan Wellington. Now it's with Marvin Morgan of Arnett. Trying to pass Emilia Rousseau. Great defensive work containing Marvin Morgan. So it will be a throw to Portmore United. Sending that ball forward for Javon East. And he loses it. Now it's with Tamar Edwards of Arnett. Sending that ball forward. Trying to find Fabian Reed. Only meets the boot of Asani Ricketts. And they do lose possession again, Arnett. Now it's with Lamar Walker. One-time ball to Andre Lewis. Trying to take on Oldham. And Lamar Neal. And a ball brilliantly played forward, but shielded well by Asani Ricketts. Now it's with Ryan Wellington. Couldn't find Javon East. Now it's with Lamar Neal. Tackled on by Roberto Johnson, so it will be a throw to Arnett. Just to give you some updates, there was an equalizer by Harborview, but then up stepped Kemar Beckford again. And so Mount Pleasant, they do lead by 2-1. And Kaim Paris still the only difference maker in the match against Cavaliers, as we see a ball sent inside, only met the boot of Damian Williams, as Cavaliers, they do lead by a 1-0 against Mabay United at Drax Hall in Montego Bay. And here it's still 0-0 between Arnett Gardens and Portmore United. And then at 7, it's Tivoli Gardens. They face off against UA Football Club, and that will be taking place at Edward Seaga Sports Complex. And O'Shea Nation brandishes a card, and it seems to be with the number 7 of Portmore United, Damian Williams. So he goes in the books. So a throw to Arnett, taken by Jabir Johnson. Only meets the head of Rosario Harriet. And a deflection. Met the face of Fabian Reed. So there will be a drop ball. Johnson. It's Jabor Johnson. Trying to find Fabian Reed. It does. And Rosario Harriet is telling him that, play on, you're too soft. And now it's with Andre L.A. Lewis. Send it across to Donaghy Fur. Loses it a little bit, stumbled, but he does compose himself. Sends it to Lamar Walker. Sending that one across to Ryan Wellington. Wellington sends it to Roberto Johnson. Sends it across to Lamar Walker. They call him Lampard. He loses possession. Notes with Jameel Hardware. Trying to take on Harriet. He misses him. And Wellington gets back the ball for Portmore United. Notes with Lamar Walker. Being challenged by Marvin Morgan. Illegally impeded by Marvin Morgan. So it will be a free kick to Portmore United. Almost 33 minutes gone in this encounter. And it's still locked at 0-0. As we see Roberto Johnson with the ball for Portmore. Sends it across to Donaghy for take on Ronaldo Wright and passes him. Sending that one inside the 18-yard box. So that was close. And it just goes over. Hyatt wanted to make sure that that was taken care of. And with this win, it would mean that they're right on the tails of Mount Pleasant if they can grab a win. If Mount Pleasant somehow loses to Harborview in St. Anne, then that would mean to them, Arnett Gardens, they would have to win this match against Portmore United on enemy territory. So, a mountain to climb, but it can be climbed nonetheless. through to Portmore United. Taken by Asani Ricketts to Javon East, falls to the head of Jabor Johnson, but Portmore does regain possession. They lose it, however. Lamar Walker attempted to gain possession again. Now it's with Jameel Hardware. As Donaghy Fur illegally impeded Jameel Hardware, so it will be a free kick taken quickly. Now it's with Lamar Neal. Neal tried to take on Rousseau. And finds Marvin Morgan, who sends it back to Jamar Martin. Martin finds Marvin Morgan again. Deflection, but Martin does regain possession, sends that ball forward, trying to find Fabian Reed too much. And routinely taken by Benjamin Williams. Launching that ball forward was Benjamin Williams. Only going to touch behind the goal of the opponents. So it will be a goal kick to Arnett Gardens. Jamar Martin looking for a pass. Sending that ball forward. But it goes into touch for through to Portmore United. Taken quickly. Now it's with Roberto Johnson. Being tackled on by Jameel Hardware. Loses him. Now it's with Damian Williams. Williams sends it forward to Roberto Johnson. Johnson surging forward. Loses it to Marvin Morgan. Now it's with Oldham. Oldham sends it to Zelana Barnes, who sends it across to Ronaldo Wright. Sending that ball forward. Trying to find Fabian Reed. Only meets the foot of Rosario Harriet, the captain, and sends it to Wellington. Wellington to Rousseau. Rousseau sends that one back to Rosario Harriet. And the captain looking for a pass and finds Asani Ricketts. And Asani Ricketts sends it to Damian Williams. And Amelia Rousseau actually was calling for it, and Ryan Wellington gets it. Now it's with Amelia Rousseau. Rousseau sends that ball forward to Johnson. And it's with Andre Lewis now. Oh, beautiful skill to get by Lamar Neal. Lamar Neal is still there. And now it's with Wellington to Rousseau. Now Andre Lewis. Sending that one across to Asani Ricketts. Ricketts latches onto that one. Still Ricketts. Now it's with Walker. Walker loses it to Ronaldo Wright. And now it's Ronaldo Wright shielding Walker off the ball. Now Zelana Barnes of Arnett. Arnett can search forward. They send it back to Zelana Barnes. And now it's with Hardware. Hardware sends that ball forward, trying to find Marvin Morgan. Unable to, but they do regain possession with Neal. And now Neal sends that ball to Jamar Martin. Back to Lamar Neal. Lamar Neal launches that ball forward to Zelana Barnes. And Roberto Johnson. So, I'm not sure what the referee is saying to Jamar Martin. But Roberto Johnson was on the floor a minute ago and helped up by Ryan Wellington. Momentarily take it off. Actually is taken off. Marvin Morgan. I'm sad to say that his afternoon is finished early. Is it? Yes, it is. And legally impeded. He's actually taken off momentarily. So his afternoon isn't finished. So he's back on the field. So there was a worrying sign by Arnett Gardens for Marvin Morgan. They call him Mr. Man. And the ball was sneakily going forward for Fabian Reed, but they read that one perfectly. Now it's with Ronaldo Wright. Gobbled up by Benjamin Williams. Well done by the goalkeeper. as Marvin Morgan didn't even play in the match and wasn't even on the bench last week Sunday against UA when they drew 2-2. And I was trying to get a word from Marvin Morgan to see what was the reason, and I think it was an injury. And trying to get by Jamar Martin, and he was illegally impeded, Lamar Walker, so it will be a free kick to Portmore United. And Amelia Rasul will be taking this one. And I'm guessing based on his strong foot, he will be swinging this one with his left. One of the standout players of schoolboy football last season. And some touted him as the best left back in schoolboy football, both the Costa Cup and Manning Cup. Scored some goals against some teams and some brilliant goals actually. Sending that ball forward, oh that was close. Javon East had the opportunity of putting Portmore United ahead, and that was just wide of the target. Had it been a little bit further in, might have crept into the back of the net. But Hyatt saw that one all the way, and the referee says it's off the goalkeeper, Damien Hyatt, so it will be a corner to Portmore United with another opportunity. And headed on by Jamil Hardware. It's latched on by Lamar Walker of Portmore United. And now it's Lamar Walker, and couldn't find Amelia Rousseau, so it will be a throw to Arnett. So there's a player down on the field. Trying to find who it is in a minute. It seems to be Ryan Wellington. And as we see the medical staff of Portmore United tending to Wellington, we just want to remind you of the contest. We will be asking further down in the live broadcast. Don't forget, you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel Island Sports Network. Like us on Facebook at Island Sports Network, and also follow our Instagram page, Island Sports Net, and share the live broadcast of this Red Stripe Premier League action between Portmore United and Arnett Gardens. And a little bit of history. Zelana Barnes, who's actually on Arnett's starting 11, who's actually talking to Marvin Morgan at the moment, and Jamil Hardware, actually played alongside Andre Lewis in the finals in 2012 of the Manning Cup against Hydel. And both players actually scored in that finals. Zelana Barnes scoring the second, and Andre Lewis scoring the first. They're friends, but they're enemies on the field at the moment. And Andre Lewis was drafted by Vancouver Whitecaps in the MLS and then transferred to Portland Timbers. And now he's back here in Red Stripe Premier League with Portmore United. So the referee is indicating to Hyatt that it will be a drop ball. Oldham couldn't find Lamar Neal, so it will be a throw to Portmore United. Throw to Andre Lewis, couldn't find Andre Lewis. And Oldham just sealing Andre Lewis off the ball, so it will be a goal kick for Arnett. So, if the score stays like this, they will push their lead to 6 points, Portmore United. But Arnett Gardens wouldn't want this to happen. So, Arnett Gardens would go to 42 points. And they would be now 5 behind because Mount Pleasant is actually leading by 2 goals to 1 against Harborview at the moment. And then Portmore United will go on 54 points. And they will be 6 points ahead of Waterhouse heading to Monday night fixture tomorrow. We're exclusively on islandsports.net and our mobile app as we see a ball swung inside the 18-yard box. But Arnett Gardens has dealt with it. And Sani Ricketts, being taken on by Sani Ricketts. But the referee says no, it's actually a throw. The second official, that's Joshua Jackson, says it's actually a throw to Portmore United. So, 6 points ahead heading into Monday night fixture where Waterhouse face Reno. And Arnett Gardens, the ball sent forward. Benjamin Williams saw that one all the way. And Arnett Gardens will be 5 points behind if Mount Pleasant can manage to grab all 3 points at home against Harborview. Marvin Morgan to Zelana Barnes. Barnes. The referee says last touch by Damian Williams, so will be a throw to Arnett. Take it quickly. And that is the end of the first half. A stalemate here at Spanish Town Prison Oval. Chance by Portmore United. Couple of chances by Javon East created, but he couldn't convert. So at the end of 45 minutes, at the end of the first half, it is Portmore United 0, Arnett Gardens 0. Don't forget, later on in the broadcast, we will be asking the question so you can win $2,000, either flow or digital credit. All you have to do is be subscribed to our YouTube channel, Island Sports Network, like our page, Island Sports Network, follow our Instagram, Island Sports Net, and share this broadcast. So, 45 minutes gone. It is Portmore United 0, Arnett Gardens 0.
Get it. You could catch me bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing. like an elevator. You stay on my mind, I stay all the way up. Can I stay with you? The elevator. Let's stay up. We changing positions, but I like the mission. Where you can dive right in and holding my legs up. Another than a minute, as long as you win it. 'Cause my love and your love is higher. I'm not coming down, won't deny it. I'm not coming down, won't deny it. You know that I adore you, eh? 'Cause I can't see you walk away. On my way up, turn all the fuse like an elevator. You stay on my mind, I stay all the way up. Can I stay with you? The elevator. Let's stay up, on my way up. Catching all the views like an elevator. Stay on my mind, stay all the way up. Can I stay with you? The elevator. Let's stay up. Your love, I don't want no other one. Don't tell me keep on it, baby. Make love with the lights turned off. From sun up till sundown. I know.
Na. David Slur, Black Figo.
If you saw like a face, would it look good in the mirror? Imagine if it was a diamond. Would it be worth a lot of moolah? Would your personality be fortune to make you wealthy? Maybe we just don't know and leave without even knowing. Shattered dreams and broken hearts. Regretting is worse than wishing. Think about everything you say. What's a powerful Look in the mirror till you remember who you are.
All right, so I'm here with Andre Lewis, one of the starting 11 for Portmore United. Andre, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you, man?
I'm good. Now, we know each other. We went to St. George's College together. I know you got drafted by Vancouver Whitecaps, went to Portland Timbers. I know you're back here. Any reason as to why you're back here?
Nah, not definitely. It's just that my agent waiting to find a team because I'm out of a contract right now. So I'm just here to play until I get something.
All right, I've seen you play very effectively all over the field. Was that the game plan from the start? Because I know you're a person that likes to roam the field very, very well, from St. George's College days to Vancouver and Portland Timbers. So was that the game plan?
Yeah, that's a game plan.
And how are you guys feeling heading into the second half? Confidence is still there?
Yeah, we're confident. We're at home. We can't be nervous, but we are good. We are good going in.
All right, thanks so much.
All right.
All right, he has to go back onto the field. So it is 0-0, Portmore and Arnett. Second half has started here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. It is Portmore United. They're facing off against, oh, that was a chance and a half for Javon East as they face off against Arnett Gardens. And Portmore United tried to get out of the blocks early. Defensive work by Damian Williams, sends that one forward for Donaghy Fur. That's Lamar Walker, taken by Marvin Morgan. Now it's with Ronaldo Wright, back to Portmore United. Andre Lewis to Williams. Williams turning. Sending that one way across to Ryan Wellington. And Arnett do gain possession. Now it's with Oldham. Oldham sends it across to Ronaldo Wright. Wright, for a pass, sends it forward, trying to find Fabian Reid. Only meets the head of Captain Rosario Harriott of Portmore. And the referee has stopped the play. It's not necessarily a foul by Andre Lewis, but 50-50 ball between Lewis and Oldham. So the referee will have a drop ball. Road to Ryan Wellington. Lamar Walker, time and space, now being hounded. And Andre Lewis with the opportunity. Sends that one across to Donaghy Fur. Try to keep that one in play. Does. Gets by Ronaldo Wright, sends that one inside the 18-yard box, shuts it down. And now it's with Lamar Walker. And Johnson. Defensive work by Jamar Martin, but it falls to Portmore United with Emilio Rousseau. Tackled by Lamar Neal. And Arnett Gardens regains possession. And now it's Lamar Neal, sends that one across to Jamil Hardware. Trying to get by Roberto Johnson, but it's with Andre Lewis of Portmore United. Sending that one across to Emilio Rousseau. Sending that one inside. Dangerous. And Tamar Edwards had to do some defensive work for Arnett Gardens. The stands is almost filled to capacity here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval as Portmore United and Arnett, they are locked at 0-0. The second half has just commenced as we see a corner for Portmore United. Sending that one inside. Not a good corner in the end, but a shot. Oh, that was close. Off the bar. Oh, again, defensive work by Arnett. Arnett on the back foot at the moment. Sending that one upfield was Lamar Neal. But my oh my, Portmore United had two golden opportunities to put that one away. And Arnett breathing a sigh of relief. Damien Hyatt pushed the first effort onto the crossbar. And then fell to another Portmore United player as we see Jamon East on the ball at the moment. And, a foul committed by Tamar Edwards, so it will be a free kick to Portmore United. Free kick look like it's going to be taken by Emilio Rousseau. And the referee just trying to calm things down inside the 18-yard box. And so, Emilio Rousseau swings that one inside with the left foot. Punched out by Damien Hyatt. Falls to Fabian Reid. Miscontrol by Fabian Reid. Now it's with Javon East. He battled with Javon East last season for a leading goal scorer. Fabian Reid won that battle. So it will be a throw to Portmore United. And a clattering challenge from Roberto Johnson, and O'Shea Nation brandishes a yellow card. And so Roberto Johnson goes into the books of O'Shea Nation. So clattering challenge, a silly challenge, a cynical challenge to me. Now it's with Andre Lewis of Portmore United. It's with Amelia Rousseau. Back to Andre Lewis, who drifts deeper. And to send that one forward was Ryan Wellington, fell to Javon East. But Arnett do have possession, and it's through Jameel Hardware. Jameel Hardware, his ball is intercepted by Wellington. Now it's with Andre Lewis of Portmore United. Twisting and turning, finding Amelia Rousseau, schoolboy, sending that ball forward to another schoolboy, Lamar Walker, and he has some pace and has some space. And it's Lamar Walker, still Lamar Walker, being tackled by Jabor Johnson. Still Lamar Walker sends that one back for Andre Lewis. Andre Lewis sends that one across. And Damian Williams sends that one back to Asani Ricketts, who sends that ball across, trying to find Andre Lewis. And the referee says it's a throw to Arnett. So, you would think that Marvin Morgan would have intercepted that one, but mistimed his foot forward. And it fell to Damian Williams, but they do have possession, and it's a throw. Headed on. Lamar Walker shielding that one. It will be a throw to Portmore United. Portmore United with a throw intercepted by Jamar Martin. Now Arnett with possession. Oldham sends that one forward to Fabian Reed, who sends it to Jameel Hardware. Jameel Hardware finds a pass and finds Delana Barnes, who finds Ronaldo Wright. Tackled on by Donaghy Fur. And now it's Donaghy Fur of Portmore United. He has some space and can find someone inside the 18-yard box. There's now two people. Gets by one. And almost from the head of Andre Lewis. But defensive work by Arnett. They avert danger. And now Arnett with possession through Zelana Barnes. Zelana Barnes being tackled by Lamar Walker. And he sends that one forward. Fell to Captain Rosario Harriet of Portmore United. Now it's with Asani Ricketts. Deflected by Zelana Barnes. Defensive work by Captain Rosario Harriet again, but it's with Arnett. Marvin Morgan sends it for Zelana Barnes, and it will be a throw to Portmore United. So, some strange series of events, and Arnett just not in tip-top shape defensively. And remember the rules. You have to be subscribed to Island Sports Network on YouTube. You have to like our page, Island Sports Network, and also follow the Instagram page, Island Sports Net, and share this broadcast live of Red Stripe Premier League action. We will be asking the question in a couple of minutes, so just listen keenly. You will be chosen at random, or the winner will be chosen at random. A brilliant ball forward, sending that one inside is Amelia Rousseau, and that's into the back of the net. And Amelia Rousseau, the schoolboy standout left back, and Portmore United are ahead in this Red Stripe Premier League fixture. So, an orthodox corner it is, and it's still recorded as a goal nonetheless. So Portmore United, they lead by a 1-0. Amelia Rousseau, the goal scorer, stand out in schoolboy football a couple months ago, goal scorer today. So Amelia Rousseau for Portmore United, the difference maker in this contest. And he was actually sending that ball across to meet somebody from Portmore United. Wasn't dealt with properly by Jabor Johnson. And that is why Portmore, they do lead at the moment. So Damien Hyatt's far post wasn't protected properly, and Arnett, they are trailing. Twisting and turning, loses possession to Lamar Walker. Now it's Lamar Walker trying to find Javon East. Defensive work by Jabor Johnson. Sends that one in to touch for a throw to Portmore United. Well, so far we know whose team talk is more effective. So, Portmore, they do lead by a goal to nil. Actually, it's a free kick sent it by Amelia Rousseau and will be a goal kick to Arnett. Arnett with possession. Loses it, but they gain it back with Marvin Morgan sending that ball forward to Zelana Barnes. And trying to do a curling left-footed strike past the goalkeeper, Benjamin Williams. So, the audience actually saw what he wanted to do. That was a brilliant ball from Marvin Morgan to Zelana Barnes. And almost like a Van Persie-like strike he wanted to do. And the referee, I'm not sure what talks he's having with Benjamin Williams. But Benjamin Williams has pushed his team forward. So if you're just joining us, an unorthodox strike by Amelia Rousseau means that Portmore United, they do lead by a goal to nil against Arnett, pushing Arnett further back and increasing Portmore's lead if it stays this way. Now it's with Ronaldo Wright of Arnett. Turning, Oldham tries to chip that one forward for Marvin Morgan. They do regain possession, and it's with Jamil Harrier, tried for the strike first time but hesitated. And now it's with Ronaldo Wright. And reflected by Rosario Harriet, so it will be a corner to Arnett. Arnett creating more opportunities now. So another opportunity for Arnett. Corner. Sent it to the back post. Headed on again. Oh, that hits a crossbar. And that was another close one. And I think that Benjamin Williams would have been beaten. And that one just hitting the crossbar, rattling the crossbar. And that's the best opportunity, I believe, that Arnett has had in this whole contest. The corner swung in. Miscommunication between Johnson and Fabian Reed. But Fabian Reed was able to compose himself and regain possession, send that ball in. It's actually the captain Oldham that was the final person to take that, and it hits the crossbar. So they'll be lucky that they didn't get the equalizer, or they'll be unfortunate rather that they didn't get the equalizer, Arnett, and Portmore United can count their lucky stars. Okay, so just to tell you, you can send in your answers on the website comments, on Facebook, and on YouTube, as we see a ball in center. Jamil Hardware twisting and turning again. And a shot. And the referee signal, it seems, as a corner. Yes, it is a corner. Or is it a throw? It's a corner. The referee says final decision for Arnett. So you can answer on YouTube comments, on our live broadcast, on Facebook Live, as well as the website. And just waiting to see this corner sent in for Jabor Johnson. It goes into touch for a throw to Arnett. And the question is, who is the leading goal scorer for Arnett Gardens? Simple question. It's nothing hard. It's just simple. Who's the leading goal scorer for Arnett, and how many goals has he scored so far in Red Stripe Premier League? You can send in your answers in YouTube live comments. And the winner will be chosen at random, and they'll be receiving 2,000 Digicel or Flow credit, courtesy of Island Sports Network. So, how many goals has their leading goal scorer scored, and who's the name of the leading goal scorer for Arnett? Simple, and it's nothing difficult. So, I will be repeating it in the next 5 minutes for you guys. And you can send in your answers, and as we said, it's going to be chosen at random, and we'll be announcing the winner at the end of this matchup. And my dear friend Brandon here is trying to give you guys an easier way of answering the question, but I'm telling him no. You can't get a hint. It's just simple. It's really simple. It's not that hard. Who is the leading goal scorer for Arnett Gardens, and how many goals has he scored? As we see a substitution. And it seems to be Ronaldo Wright that's taken out of the contest, and it is. And Ronaldo Wright is taken out, as we see Rosaria Harriet still down on the floor. And in is Lennox Russell. So Lennox Russell in, and Ronaldo Wright out. And guys, you have to get the full question right. Some of you have the correct name, but not the correct amount of goals. And some of you are giving the correct answers, but are not subscribed. So we want you to share this broadcast. We want you to follow our Instagram page at Island Sports Net. Follow the Facebook or like the Facebook page, Island Sports Network, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Island Sports Network. Ball thrown, meets the head of Zelana Barnes, but intercepted by Williams. Sending that ball forward. Hasn't gone far. Now it's with Damian Williams again, sending that ball forward, trying to find Andre Lewis, but it falls to Marvin Morgan. Now it's with Jameel Hardware. Jameel Hardware sends that ball forward to Lamar Reed. Lamar Reed trying to latch onto it, and he does. Hounded by two players, but he gives it up to Hardware. Hardware to Morgan. Intercepted by Roberto Johnson. Now it's with Andre Lewis. Beautiful ball to try get by Oldham, but meets Lamar Neal. Now it's with Zelana Barnes. Sends that forward to find the substitute Russell, but it's taken on by Donaghy Fur. Shielded by Zelana Barnes. Chipping that ball forward. And he keeps it in play. Lennox Russell to Zelana Barnes, and deflected by Damian Williams, so it will be a throw to Arnett. Just remember, it will be chosen at random, and it will be announced at the end of the contest. And now, Lamar Walker, just outside the 18 on the left-hand side for Portmore United, sends it back to the goal scorer, Emilio Rousseau, back to Lamar Walker. And intercepted by Jameel Hardware. Now, Arnett Gardens can push forward. And tackled by Emilio Rousseau, couldn't get by Emilio Rousseau, but they still have possession, sending that ball forward. And now it's with Jameel Hardware. Jameel Hardware twisting and turning, finds Marvin Morgan, who sends that across, intercepted by Donaghy Fur. And Fur still going forward, sends it to Lewis. And the referee has stopped the play. And the player's coming off. So it is in fact Lamar Neal. He's coming off. And Vishnal Harris is coming on. So Lamar Neal done for the evening. And Vishnal Harris comes on. So it's a second substitution for Arnett. And Portmore hasn't made a substitution yet. So headed on by Damian Williams, so it will be a throw to Arnett again as it went into touch. Throw taken by Zelana Barnes to Oldham. Oldham intercepted by Donaghy Fur, but it falls to Tamar Edwards. And goes over to Jamar Martin. Martin sends that one forward to Jameel Hardware, who tries to chip that to Marvin Morgan, but fell to the feet of Roberto Johnson, but it will be a throw to Arnett, taken quickly, headed on by Wellington. Now it's latched on by Lamar Walker, sends that one across to Damian Williams. Williams sending that ball forward to Donaghy Fur. Fur will latch on to that one. No, he doesn't. Goes into touch for a throw to Arnett. Zelana Barnes sets that back for Tamar Edwards. Edwards still drifting forward, trying to find Vishnal Harris. Unable to. But they do have possession. Jameel Hardware sends that to Marvin Morgan and a shot. And it wasn't troubling the goalkeeper any at all in the end. So it will be a goal kick to Portmore United. So don't forget, exclusively on islandsports.net and our mobile app, Island Sports Network, it is Reno, and they're facing off against Waterhouse. So Waterhouse trying to bounce back from a defeat they had last week Monday against Cavaliers, which ended in a 1-0 defeat. They will be back home at Drewsland, and they'll be looking to record a victory and maybe close in the lead. They're second so far, so they will automatically go to the semifinals. But they want that prize, that cash prize, and that goes to the winner that has accumulated the most points. As a player is coming off, and that's Damian Williams. Damian Williams, he'll be coming off for Portmore United. And who'll be coming on? We'll be knowing in a minute. It's the number 20. So that's Rondy Smith. So Rondy Smith, he'll be coming on, or he came on for Damian Williams. So taking off momentarily is Andre Lewis. And when speaking to him, he said it's just a matter of time before a team is finding him or has found him in the States for MLS. And he said he's out of contract just for the moment, and his agent is just trying to find a team for him to play. But I tell you, he has the skill and the passing ability, and also he has the eye for goal, Andre Lewis. His team currently is Portmore United, which is leading at the moment by a 1-0, and they're atop the table. Benjamin sets that one long. Trying to find Johnson, hounded by both Hardware and Harris. And a clattering challenge. And the medical staff being summoned again for Portmore United. And the goal again, as we said, it was unorthodox. I thought that Emilio Rousseau wanted to set that one in as a cross, and I think that was his intention, but it ended into the back of the net and ended up in the back of the net. So that is the separation between both teams so far. So Emilio Rousseau, the goal scorer for Portmore, and they lead by a 0-0. So just to update you on the different matches around Jamaica in the Red Stripe Premier League, Mobay has turned things around. So Nazim Grant and Dina Williams have scored for Mobay United. So they lead by 2-1 against Cavaliers at Draxall. And then Dumby Holding with a double from Richard Arnett means that they do lead Humber Lion by 2-1, pushing themselves further out of relegation zone. And we know Mount Pleasant, a double from Kemar Beckford, is the difference maker for Mount Pleasant as they lead by 2 goals to 1. And of course, a strike by Amelia Rousseau is the difference maker for Portmore. So Mabay turning things around. They're 4 points adrift out of relegation zone. They're, I believe, 2 points behind Reno, who are also in the relegation zone. So this win here will at least give them hope that they will come out of relegation, but don't be holding, they do lead. So another substitution, and it's Donaghy Fur. He comes off, so his evening is finished. And he's been very active in this match for Portmore United. And coming on is Rashane Sharp. And so, he hasn't had the best game, but he has been active. Zelana Barnes sending that ball forward to Lennox Russell. Hounded by East and Walker, and illegally impeded by Javon East. So it will be a free kick to Arnett, taken quickly notes with Jamil Hardware. Tackled on by Roberto Johnson, intercepted by Javon East. And Javon East sends it to Lamar Walker. Lamar Walker has time and space, sends that one inside. And defensive work by Jabor Johnson. And Javon East still on the floor. And tackled on by Andre Lewis, and a yellow card is being brandished for the captain, Ricardo Odham. So you'd also have to be very careful. I would think it was dissent by Ricardo Odham, or no, it's actually the play that was called back. Excuse me. The tackle on Javon East, and he called back that play, and it will be, he will be carded, or he is carded. Now it's with Johnson. Johnson sends that ball forward, trying to find Fabian Reed, meets the head of Captain Rosario Harriet. Looping that ball forward is Miller Rousseau, but Arnett does have possession. Now it's Fabian Reed, sends that ball forward. Fishnell Harris. And pressure. And Sharp trying to latch on to that one. Still Sharp. And now it's Sharp. Latching on to that one. And now it's Jamil Hardware. Hardware of Arnett to Fishnell Harris. And they do lose possession again. Lennox Russell. So, free kick to Portmore United. Taken by goalkeeper Benjamin Williams. Sending that ball forward, trying to find Rashane Sharp, but it went into touch, so it will be a throw to Arnett. Taken by Zelana Barnes. It's the head of Asani Ricketts. Trying to latch on to that was Andre Lewis, but Arnett do have possession. And Jamar Martin latches onto that one, sending that to Marvin Morgan. Morgan sends that ball forward to find Jamil Hardware. And intercepted. Headed on by Ricardo Odham. And met by Roberto Johnson. Now it's with Lamar Walker. Sending it to Roberto Johnson. Roberto Johnson surges forward. And finding Javon East, who sends it back to Lamar Walker. Lamar Walker sends it back to Andre Lewis, who sends it across to Asani Ricketts. Asani Ricketts sends it to Rashane Sharp, who sends it back to Asani Ricketts. Ricketts with the ball, sends it across to Rosaria Harriet. Sends it up for Ryan Wellington. Wellington looking for a pass, trying to find Javon East. Javon East still trying to latch on to that one, and he does. And now it's with Rondi Smith, and a shot by Rondi Smith, and meets the sign just outside the prison oval. So it will be A goal kick to Portmore United, or should I say Arnett Gardens. So, congratulations to Ice King TV. He will be receiving $2,000 flow or digital credit. So we'll be getting your information in a bit. Now it's with Lennox Russell of Arnett. Challenged by Rashane Smith, but he sends it back to Zalana Barnes. Zalana Barnes sends it over to Jamil Hardware, who sends it to Lennox Russell. Lennox Russell tries for a shot, blocked by Andre Lewis, who sends it to Lamar Walker, chipping that ball forward, but it's offside call committed by Javon East. So, number 7, Jamil Hardware comes off, and his evening is finished. And the number 10, Paul Wilson, he comes on for Arnett. So, Shane Sharp with the tackle. Through to Arnett, taking quickly. Now it's Zalana Barnes with Lennox Russell. Starts to send it across to Vishnu Harris, who sends it back for Jabor Johnson. Sends it across to Tamar Edwards. Tamar Edwards sends it up for Marvin Morgan. Marvin Morgan latches onto that one. Sends it across to Zalana Barnes, who sends it back to Marvin Morgan. Morgan to Barnes. Barnes through the legs of Sharp to Russell. And still Russell. And Sharp fouls Lennox Russell for a free kick to Arnett. As we said before, the winner would have been chosen at random. .83.5 minutes gone in this contest. Portmore, they lead by a goal to nil. Send that one inside by Lennox Russell. Tried to be there of Vishnu Harris, but Giovanni of Portmore United does have it, and he sends it upfield to Lamar Walker. Lamar Walker does latch on to that one, and he passes, and will be a goal. Yes, it is a goal for Portmore United. Brilliant work from Lamar Walker. Sends that one inside to a former schoolboy football in Andre Lewis. That was brilliant work to get by Tamar Edwards. Lamar Walker, he did all the work, and the finished product was that of Andre Lewis. So, Andre Lewis being provided by Lamar Walker, and that will be his final play of the evening. Lamar Walker. And so, Andre Lewis will be happy with that one. Served on a silver platter. And he gets on the score sheet for Portmore United, so they do double their advantage. Easy as you like for Andre Lewis. And Arnett, they're trailing now by 2 goals to nil. Arnett in deep, deep trouble. Cleon Price, who comes on for Lamar Walker, latches on to that one. Sending it to Rashane Sharp. And the referee says it's actually an offside by Cleon Price, so it will be a free kick to Arnett. So, Lamar Walker, just as they were getting ready to take him off, he produced that brilliant run. Got by Tamar Edwards with ease, actually. And that's what he's capable of, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. And we see why he was touted as one of the best midfielders in schoolboy football last season. And that's why they call him Frank Lampard, Lamar Walker. And that's the reason why as well. And Rashane Sharp trying to get by Zalana Barnes, but unable to. Now it's with Vishnal Harris turning. Finds Zalana Barnes. Zalana Barnes sends that one inside to Fabian Reed, who chips it one time for Paul Wilson. Sends it across. Intercepted, but finds Paul Wilson again. And now it's with Lennox Russell of Arnett, trying to take on Asani Ricketts. Sending that one inside. Able to find Fabian Reed, but it's still in the air. Inside the 18-yard box, still danger, not averted yet. And now it is gobbled up by Benjamin Williams. So, comfortable. So, the scores haven't changed. The only score that has changed actually is this one. As Portmore United, they do lead by 2-0. It's still 2-1 in favor of Mabay United, 2-1 in favor of Dunby Holding, and 2-1 in favor of Mount Pleasant. So all the other games that have goals in them, or all the other games rather, it is 2-1 in each of them. And all the home teams actually are leading. Mabay playing at Mabay, Mount Pleasant playing at St. Anne, Dunby Holding playing further in St. Catherine, and that is why they do lead. So Dunby Holding, they do lead by 2-1. Mabay United 2-1 and Mount Pleasant 2-1. So this means that all the home teams at the moment are actually leading, including Portmore United, but Portmore United have not conceded. That's the only difference between them and the other home teams that are leading. Through by Ricketts, meets the feet of Barnes. And now it's with Rashane Sharp, the substitute, sends it back for Ricketts, but it is intercepted, and Arnett do have possession. Vishnal Harris, Oldham. And now it's with Barnes. Sends it up for Fabian Reed. Sends it across to find Paul Wilson. And illegally impeded by Ryan Ellington, so it will be a free kick to Arnett. More than 83.5 minutes, or 88.5 minutes gone. And you would think that Arnett will be suffering another defeat for the season. And unable to latch on to that one is Rashane Sharp, so a throw to Arnett. Quickly taken by Barnes. Now it's with Wilson. Clattering challenge by Javon East and Andre Lewis. Quickly taken free kick. Now it's with Oldham, intercepted. Oldham again with the interception. Sending that ball forward, trying to find Vishnal Harris, intercepted by Asani Ricketts, but they do have possession again. Arnett sending that ball forward, trying to find Fabian Reed. And it's just a seesaw battle for possession. And now it's with Cleon Price, and he can send Randy Smith, and a brilliant ball flicked, and it will be the third. It is the third, and that was brilliantly done. You can say that the dominance has carried over from last season into this season. We told you that the last time that they played here, that was Arnett's first defeat of the season. They lost by 4-1, and now they're leading by 3-0 Portmore United. Will Arnett get a goal back? We don't know, but this is some beautiful football displayed by Cleon Price and Randy Smith, the substitutes. It's like they were on the field for the entire 90 minutes, and it was just a seesaw ball and a beautiful flick backwards from Randy Smith. Saw the run of Cleon Price and said, here, go take it. And he did. Brilliant goal from Cleon Price. And so that is the third goal for Portmore United. And it's all done and dusted for Arnett. So at this moment, Arnett Gardens, they are trailing by 3 goals to 0. Goal scored by Emilia Rousseau, Andre Lewis, and that recent goal put into the back of the net, that was by Cleon Price. And I tell you, he came on for somebody that provided the second goal, Lamar Walker, and he said, I can do one better. I can score, and he did so. So, done and dusted for Arnett, I believe. As we've entered stoppage time, or injury time. And you can chalk this one up as a victory for Portmore United. Deflection by Lennox Russell falls to the foot of the captain, Rosario Harriet. They do lose possession, however. Now it's with Marvin Morgan. Marvin Morgan is intercepted by Emilia Rousseau. Now it's with Andre Lewis, one of the goal scorers for Portmore United. Brilliant ball to Rondy Smith. And it's still Rondy Smith and a shot. Looking for Portmore's fourth. And it went wide of the target, so it will be a goal kick to Arnett. And I said before, we saw which team talk was more effective. And now we outright are seeing which team talks have been more effective. Shavar Thomas will be happy of the two coaches. And a handed ball by Fabian Reed means that there's a free kick to Portmore United. So, looking like themselves of last season, Portmore United. And they will go 6 points clear of Waterhouse, who are in second place. But they have the opportunity of trying to shave that one down. And that is the end of the contest. Goals scored by Emilia Rousseau, Andre Lewis, and substitute Cleon Price means that Portmore United have dominated this contest. Arnett Gardens did not look like a team that would score, but Portmore did. And brilliant work from them means that they come out victors. So at the end of 90 minutes, it is Portmore United 3, Arnett Gardens 0. And don't forget that congratulations to Ice King TV. He's the winner of the contest of the 2000 Floor Digital Credit. And tune in to islandsports.net and also our application, that Island Sports Network. It's Monday Night Football where Waterhouse, they will face off against Reno. On behalf of myself and Brandon, thanks for watching the match. We will be doing halftime interviews, so stick around. You don't want to miss it. Ready? All right, so full-time interview here with the winning coach, and that's the coach of Portmore United, Shavar Thomas. How are you feeling, sir?
I'm very happy, especially about our second half play. In the first half, they were putting us under tremendous pressure, closing us down quickly, and we make it no easier by trying to dribble out of the pressure instead of passing. And we get back to that in the second half, pass out of the pressure, and then you see our quality chip in.
All right, what was the halftime talk? Because I mentioned during the live broadcast that the halftime talk would have been different between both teams. We would see how effective it is coming out of the second half, and apparently 3 goals to the good for you means that you win. What was the halftime talk with your team like?
Our halftime talk was to fix our front three. We felt like Lamar was drifting too much outside of the middle, so when the ball get into East, there was no support. He had 2 people to play against, and then there was no support for him. So we told him to stay inside, and that's what he did. Then he get into the flow of the game and his game, and started creating stuff for us with his play. So that was good enough.
Yes, one last thing. Passing was the name of the game for you guys in the second half. Brilliant passing, especially that led to all of the goals, the second especially and the third. So the passing game, was that what you riveted in the heads of the players in the second half, or that was just them being them alone as a Portmore United unit?
And to be very honest, I'm not surprised, because this is how we practice. The competitive edge that's in practice, guys moving the ball, you would think it's a game. So when we get to the game, it's no surprise.
All right, congratulations on this win.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was the game-winning coach, Shavar Thomas of Portmore United. So they do lead, or they did win by 3 goals to 0. Goals courtesy of Emilia Rousseau and also Cleon Price, as well as Andre Lewis. So 3 points to the good, and they win by 3 goals to 0. All right, another full-time interview, this time with the Arnett Gardens coach, Jerome Wade. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. And how are you?
I'm okay. And not the result you wanted here at the Spanish Town Prison over. What went wrong for your team?
I think it's about two half. If you notice, first half, we play as expected, and it looked good. We sit down and we discuss, what we did in the first half, in which things that we can, do a little different to make it better for the second half. But when these youngsters get opportunity, they don't understand the importance. This is a job at hand, and it's not about any individual. It's about a team effort. The first goal came out of nothing, where that player, crosses. It was a weighted cross in which it fell in the goal. But the other two goals, it's not acceptable. But we still have 5 more games before the playoff, and we have to continue to look at players in which, who really want to play for Arnett Gardens.
All right, so 5 games before the playoffs, as you said. Does this mean that there's a shift around in terms of starting 11? Do you do that as a game plan? What's the confidence like with the team? What's just the aura of the team overall, knowing that they have a couple of games left?
Well, you still have to continue to rotate players, because some of these players are coming off the injured list, and you have to continue to put in some work and see how best they can get themselves back up to where you want them to be.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, cool.
All right, so that's the coach of Arnett Gardens, goes by Emilio Rousseau, as I said before, and also Cleon Price, as well as Andre Lewis. And at the end of 90 minutes, it is Portmore United 3, Arnett Gardens 0. Congratulations again to Ice King TV. He's the winner of the $2,000 Digital Flow credit. He answered the question correctly. The answer is actually Fabian Reed, and he actually is on 11 goals for the season. And don't forget, exclusively on the website islandsports.net and our mobile app Island Sports Network, it will be Monday night action where Waterhouse, they'll be looking to shave some points off the leaders Portmore United as they face off against Reno at Jerusalem.
Them can't cut me vibes.